Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Work with Cameron. She is believing for years that her father was disappointed in her. And it's a big one. It's a big one. And he died before she could resolve this, and feels like it's too late. And in my experience, and now in Cameron's, it's never too late. So see what you think. Follow along. All together. Let's do the work. You know, the work is self-inquiry. It's a way of identifying the thoughts that cause all the suffering and fear in our world. So again, welcome to the Work with Cameron. Hello, dears. Hello. When those of you new to the work today, welcome here. Welcome to this community. Together we identify the thoughts that cause all the suffering in our lives. Everything from suicidal to just mild irritation. It doesn't matter. This work works. Why does it work? It's self-inquiry. It takes you to your own wisdom without a teacher. You know, I've done the work. I do the work, and you know, it's a practice. It's a practice in stillness. It takes quiet and listening and a very open mind. I can't say enough about it other than welcome here, welcome here. We identify those thoughts that are causing our suffering. Once we identify them, we can move them from our head to paper, and then we can question them. There are our thoughts. Stopped. From our head. Did you ever want to stop? Just stop your head? That's how. Notice what you're thinking, move it from your head to paper, and question one thought at a time. Okay, there are even worksheets for this. I call them worksheets, but they're simply like a place to move your head to paper. And I've made it as simple as possible. And if any of you have an easier way to do it, you know, get in touch and we'll pass it on. So, Cameron, honey, you have a question?
I do. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
I just, this isn't my question, but you're in Ohio, I think, or you have been. Are you okay in the fires?
You know, there was one in Ventura, which is, I guess it was about 25 miles from our home, I'm guessing. And the firemen, they were just so brilliant and eventually got it out. So yeah, in Ojai, it's safe.
Well, I feel self-conscious that this is what I'm hooked on right now because so many people have just huge issues that they're dealing with the loss of their homes.
It's radical. You know, I have some really close friends lost their homes. They're gone.
I know.
They're gone. Their whole, you know, unless you're in it, unless you're in it, we just can't know the depth of that sorrow.
I'm in New York, and I tried to picture even just a 4-block radius or something of just devastating. Anyway,
Yeah. You know, I've lost everything, and I've in my life, not everything. I've got my body and what I was wearing, and I gave away all of the structures that I had. You know, my home and property, things like that. But I always had. I was able to do it because I had self-inquiry, and I was in a situation on both times that wasn't okay. So picked up my kids, and we laughed because you know if you know it's a good thing. I could see that, and when you can see it and you know it's a good thing, then it's a good thing. But I'm willing to. I look forward to. And, you know, I'm not inviting you all to take this on, but you do your work, you come to find, you know, I'm willing to, I look forward to the worst that can happen. Because why? Why? Because The worst that can happen is what I'm thinking and believing.
Right.
There's the present and what's happening, but when we move quickly, the brain goes to the ego goes to the future, comparing it to a past. That's that's the cause of terror.
No, I've
And sometimes
experienced,
we're so, yeah, yeah.
right.
Oh, honey,
And,
I
and
just love that.
well, and I've also experienced the relief. I'm still new to the work that your worksheets have given me. And my question is about, and it was like a magic trick, and I've done 3 of them, that's all.
Isn't it? It's like,
Well, and so many other things come tumbling down. I mean, that was
yeah, it's like what shows up, how I react
right.
to the thought,
And
what
I
shows
didn't need
up.
to do other worksheets on anything simple
Yeah,
because it just was gone. But
yeah.
one thought is persistent and
Mhm.
deep, and I can't
Well,
figure out how to do a
let's look at
worksheet.
that, okay?
And so because you've said not to do them on yourself, and because I'm new, and I just, anyway, so my thought is, I don't need to look at it. My father passed in 2020, and our relationship, I would say, was incomplete. I was very loved. I'm very lucky in that way in the family I grew up in. But we just never found our way to each other. And
Yeah,
I've had such a profound and deep sadness that still resurfaces for me,
yeah,
my age, about how I feel I disappointed my father in
okay.
life, and that I still, that right now he would be so disappointed in me, and
Yeah.
I can't get rid of it. And I guess my question for you is, how would I approach doing a worksheet on
Well,
that?
my father is disappointed. My father is disappointed me, even though he's deceased. I would maybe look at, rather than he was disappointed in me, just get it closer into real time. You know, my is disappointed in me because you were thinking that before he died. Who when? Third grade, kindergarten, high school, what? You know, marriage, no marriage. And,
Right.
and and so my father's disappointed in me, and I would find one situation where you were believing that.
In the past.
Even though it maybe was prevalent for years, one situation where maybe he was giving you the look, or maybe he wasn't even there. Maybe he was at work or out of let's say the house. But try to find one, like maybe you're at the dinner table and you had the thought, he's disappointed in me, and notice how old you are in that situation. And so do you have one in mind now? So we could work your number one on the worksheet that you're pointing to?
Yeah, when I was 12, I my father was in the Air Force, and he had to take what was called a remote assignment when it was 18 months in the Philippines. And my family, we missed him very much. And he came home, which he wasn't supposed to do because my mother had fallen and hurt her back. And he
Mhm.
was taking care of us while she was in the hospital. And my body had changed while he was gone. And he'd gone from being this unbelievably loving, caring father, and he would hold me and hug me and put me on his lap and talk to me. And he was different.
Mhm.
And I was sick. I had strep throat, and I wanted to continue staying home when I knew I was better. And I just wanted time with him. And he caught me putting my thermometer under the lamp so it would get warmer, because I just wanted more time with my father. And and he was more than just disappointed in me. It was the whole thing that he wouldn't just be with me. And I felt very sad
Yeah.
and like I'd done something really wrong,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. 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 So be there now and look at him. Look at his reaction when he sees clearly what you did. And he doesn't understand you just wanted more time with him and didn't know how to ask. Fearful he'd say, go on to school, you have to go to school, whatever is in your head. But he's lost. He doesn't know any of that. He's blind to it. Now, little 12-year-old, look at your dad. He's upset. He's saying what he's saying. Look at that look on his face. He's disappointed in you. Is it true?
No, not really. I mean,
What did you find?
he thinks I shouldn't pretend to be sick when I'm not. But
Yeah.
um,
And you're living out a lie.
yeah, yeah. And that he doesn't know exactly what you just said. He doesn't know that I just want him to be with me.
Yes.
And he won't do
Yes.
that for whatever reason that I didn't ever understand. My whole life, I never understood it. He was different with me from then on. Um, and so, no, he wasn't disappointed in me.
And notice how you react toward your father when you believe the thought he's disappointed in you in that situation, and notice how you carried that on. You were unable simply to tell him, I just faked it. I wanted more time with you. Yes, I did it. Yes, I know it was wrong. I knew it. I just didn't know how to tell you. I wanted more time with you. I miss you. He doesn't know any of that.
Right.
Notice how you react when you think the thought, he's disappointed in me.
It wipes me out and it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me, profoundly wrong with me.
Yeah. And notice how you react with your father when you're believing the thought, he's disappointed me, how that has carried on in your life. And notice, as you notice how you reacted, did he even have opportunity to be any different? Notice your reaction, how you react in relationship with him when you're believing the thought he's disappointed in me.
Right. I mean,
Who's creating the distance, him or you?
me in a way, because the ways that I would try to get I would try too hard. I made him uncomfortable, I felt.
Especially as your body's changing.
Right.
Fathers don't know. I mean, they can bounce us on their knee and they can love us and kiss us and hold us. And then, as a female, our body starts changing. My experience is, they don't know how to treat their little girls. They don't know what's appropriate. Not all fathers, but some.
Yeah.
And that military man, he's out there doing the man thing. In those days, it was a man thing. Women couldn't even be in the military.
No.
And they had like the wax. My aunt was in the wax, but they were different units.
No, I told him at the time, I thought I wanted to be a pilot when I grew up. And he told me that women's bodies couldn't handle it because of the G force that you have to pull. And I believed that, and he believed that.
Okay, so
And it
there,
was,
there it is.
yeah.
You know,
No,
I mean, how does in relationship, like, he's disappointed in you. So look at all the times that do come to your mind, the ones that do, when you're believing the thought he's disappointed in you, and your history is you didn't tell the truth.
well, I hid who I was. it made me nervous, and it would make me try to be whoever I thought he wanted me to be.
Here we go. Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
wound up leading a double life
Yep. Yep.
until it all came crashing down.
Familiar double life, the thermometer,
Yeah,
double life.
right. And then I thought if I pretended that I was still sick, that I would get his attention,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was all I wanted.
Yeah. And you never told him.
I never did.
Yeah.
No.
Notice what you're noticing, and notice how would he approach you when you're believing that he is disappointed in you. How might he approach you? And you're no longer his little pumpkin,
Mhm.
his little baby, his little 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, newborn little girl in his arms.
Carefully, he would approach me very carefully,
Yeah.
gingerly, which just made me feel the distance more. And then I would try harder
Yeah.
rather than just
So both of you trying harder.
right, but just not talking the same language.
Yeah. So how might he approach you? He's disappointed in you. Does that make any sense when you sit in this?
Not in the big sense. He didn't think I should tell lies, but it's so funny because it then caused me to tell so many more because I thought I, I was profoundly like
Yeah.
damaged just in who I was.
Yeah, and look how you react. I mean, and how might he approach you? He is disappointed in you. Is it true?
Well,
Let's
what comes into
let's
my mind
turn.
is he doesn't even know who I am, Katie,
No, no,
because
he
I
doesn't.
feel like that's too dangerous. And then how can he be disappointed in me? There's no me there. There's just, I'm pretending to be this sick child who needs his attention, but
Yeah,
um,
yeah. So just be in that. Just be still in that for a while. Just look at him trying to approach you, and look at you trying to be who and what. And
my mind keeps um, jumping around to other instances, not
yeah,
to talk about it, but that pattern remained our pattern
yeah.
like the rest of my life with some rare exceptions.
He's raising, to the best of his ability, his daughter. And you are, and that's what you want. But look at him. Is he doing his best considering the daughter he's approaching?
Yeah,
He's,
it really is.
yeah.
And given who he is in his life and the things he believed.
Gosh, I'm so glad you can see that, honey. He's disappointed in me, turned around. He's disappointed in himself in those situations. So check it out.
Yeah, I think he felt pretty helpless. He just never seemed to know what to do with me. And he always seemed to know what to do with my brother. But I'm not even sure that was really true.
Good catch.
Yeah, I think he felt helpless to to protect me from the things he imagined. um, would be in the world waiting for me.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's really, um, he's disappointed in you. He's fathering that you.
right, right.
Yeah. He's disappointed in me. Turn around, he's disappointed in himself. Let's try another turnaround. He's proud of me. So ponder that. Look back.
I don't know.
You did something in your life he was really proud of. Some little thing, maybe
He was very proud of my grades, and he was very
that's
proud that I
that,
graduated. You know,
that's oh, you look how you brush it off. He was
I right.
very proud of your grades.
He was. Yeah.
Very proud of your scholastic life.
Yes, but it was supposed to be my brother. um, it doesn't matter, but
Just
he was proud of me when how I raised my daughter. He was proud of me.
oh my goodness.
He was very proud of the kind of mother I was. He was very proud of that. I think he was proud of some things I accomplished at work, but it was always my mother who would tell me. But I think he was very proud of me. He didn't seem to have the language to communicate that.
There it is. There it is.
I feel ridiculous that I still have this, and I appreciate you talking with me about it, Katie. I,
Well,
I
you're I'm just I can't I don't have words for the work I'm doing with my father right now. He couldn't even touch me. He was so far and could never figure it out. I could never figure it out. With my brother, he'd bounce him and but when I did the work that you're sitting in now, you know, he didn't know how. He would bounce my brother. I mean, I was like 3, maybe 4 years old at the most, and I'd say 3 and he had my brother on his knee at night. And he'd sing this little song and bounce him on his knee, never touch me. And I asked him one time, would you do that with me? And he looked terrified, and it was a big rejection. He couldn't do it. And I don't know what happened to him in his life growing up, but boy, he, I can't remember one hug.
I had a lot of hugs as a child,
Oh
and,
my
and he
goodness,
would
your dad hugged you?
he hugged me. He loved
Honey.
me, and he hugged me as an adult in a way, but it was very different. But no, he gave great hugs. My mom's family had a history of, abuse of girls, and and
And
my
your
father
dad
was
had
very
that story
protective.
running in his, your dad had that story running in his head.
Now it occurs to me that that was like not that he, I think, thought that about himself. I don't mean that, but that it was a way to be protective of me, that there was a way I could see it as a loving gesture, even if it didn't feel that way. Um,
Your,
and
your dad was, in on your works. My dad's proud of me. My dad wasn't disappointed in me. And I don't know anyone raising children that isn't disappointed, like with their grades or something, but not your dad.
No, he was proud of me. And even this statement that he was disappointed in me makes me question which me he was knowing, because there was a way that I felt afraid to sort of be utterly authentically myself with him because of this fear of rejection. And then how could he know who he was proud of or disappointed in?
And then when he didn't bite,
Right.
when he, then your head said he's disappointed in me. When your attempts didn't work.
Right. Right. Thank you, Katie.
Oh,
I
honey,
feel like you pointed me in the right direction, and I'm self-conscious. I didn't mean to step in line to there are people waiting to do completed
oh,
work.
honey, we have no idea how many people you're affecting through this work right now. This isn't just you and me. There are hundreds of people here. Not alone. If it's not our Father, it's someone else in our life that we can look at, that we believe that same thought. And the benefits, notice when you sit and how you react when you believe the thought, how that gave you like superpowers, seeking his love, approval, and appreciation.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I got really good at achieving and then showing up and saying, what about this? What about this? And then hiding and saying, don't look over there, don't look over there. I was really good at that for a long time. And then I
He's
couldn't hold it up.
disappointed in me. I'm disappointed in me. And it's a real twist. I'm disappointed in me when that trick didn't work. That trick didn't work. That trick, that thing didn't work. We don't think they're tricks. We just want our Father's love, approval, and appreciation, and our fathers aren't the only ones. The ego will just pass that on to the next and the next, and
I'm disappointed in me for not finding a way to trust my father more, to just show up, warts and all, messy and all, and just utterly share that with him and be okay with whatever I got back, which I just couldn't do when he was alive.
so as you're meditating in your worksheet, and you're working it, the things that will come up, like sitting with you, the things that come up around my father, the times we did have when I'm believing he's disappointed in me, those things are going on, but the ego overlooks them. Like I'm an early riser, and I would get up, and there he would be, smoking a cigarette, cup of coffee, and listening to the news, sitting there with his newspaper, both of them going, and just and that, we'd listen together, and that's as close as I could get to him. We had that. There was no mom, no brother, no sister. It was just me and him, and he was just happy someone was there, and I got to fill that space. But he didn't reject me. If he liked it, I liked it. If he didn't like it, I didn't like it. But that me he loved to see wasn't authentic. It was, some of it was, but that thing running you're talking about, just running in there, not always at the forefront, but just alive, and that ego, just innocent. We're innocent. We believe our thoughts or we question them, no other choice, and we don't believe them on purpose. We can't believe them on purpose. Yeah.
No, thank you so much. The worksheets I've done
You
took
are
weeks.
welcome. You,
So
you are one, you are one amazing creature.
For you, Katie. I'm so
Oh,
grateful to have found you and to have you in
oh,
my life.
oh, honey, thank you for your authenticity and your vulnerability. It's just stunningly moving. Thank you all for your focus today, and thank you, staff, for hanging in. And thanks to your contributions, we're here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And thank you so much for that. Loving what is. Mwah. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.